So welcome back to part 2 of the Ducati riding experience. I am now home and reflecting on that experience that I had. So I had an amazing experience on this, but aside from that, I think the burning question is, am I going to give up my purchased Honda Africa Twin for the Ducati 1260 Enduro? For me, my channel is primarily about me taking a motorcycle and investigating urban legends. It's not the only thing that it is. Sometimes I just do motorcycle stuff, sometimes I just do urban legend stuff, and even tiptoe into the true crime space a little bit. Almost everything has a motorcycle background to me. So the bottom line is this: which bike am I going to wind up with in the long run? Let's see more of the Ducati riding experience that I had, and let's talk more about why I'm making the decision that I'm making. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button if you like the video, and turn on your notifications so you're notified when I do more videos. Remember, in the description, I do have a discount code for anything at Boundary Supply. They have awesome backpacks and I use them every single day. I think the biggest takeaway from everything that I learned is that it's just like a camera. It's not always the specs, it's the usability. All right, good morning. This is day 2 of the training, day 3 of my excursion. Anyway, yesterday was absolutely epic. Today is going to be epic, I believe, too. I am tired. I think everybody's going to be tired. You know, when you ride a motorcycle off-road like that, a big bike, you're using muscles that you just normally do not use no matter how you train. Even if you do band work, no matter what it is. It's sport specific, so it's pretty crazy. Look at this beautiful water. It's like I said before, motorcycles will take you to where you need to go, but also take you to places that you didn't even know you wanted to go. With that, here we go. One thing for me, I'm coming as a previous BMW GS 1200 owner. As we all know, the BMW GS 1200 is the jack of all trades of the adventure bike world. It has set a bar that everybody compares their bikes to. But it isn't the only kid on the block anymore. And as much as I loved my GS, it did fall short in a few places, and some of it was that off-road capability, because a lot of times, because I'm a dad, I have weekends once in a while to get away, or a day, and on those days I like to pack some stuff up and go ride trails for a day and then be able to take the freeway back for an hour or two. I'm not always deciding to go for a couple of states away. The roadability of the BMW is absolutely there, but when I take road trips, I take my Indian Roadmaster. I'm not in a place right now where I'm taking road trips to other states to ride off-road. Maybe neighboring states, but I'm not going to drive from here to, say, Louisiana and do an off-road thing. I might fly in and do something at some point in time. I don't need an overabundance of luggage and storage space. I need some, and I need the bike to be fairly off-road capable, because that's what I like to do. With those things in mind, I got to tell you, the Ducati 1260 absolutely kills it and checks so many boxes. For one thing, you sit more into the bike like a GS, whereas a KTM 1190, a KTM 1290, you sit more on top of the bike. The Africa Twin, you sit more on top of the bike. Ducati does not offer a DCT or an auto clutch like the Africa Twin does. Maybe one day we'll see that. But you know, honestly, after all this, I'm not so sure I love that auto clutch. A lot of people absolutely fall in love with it right off the bat. I didn't. I have a wonderful relationship with Ducati and have had for many years, and that really accounts for something. I think they're an amazing company. The people are really, really passionate about the motorcycles, and they're passionate about the lifestyle. That isn't to say people aren't at BMW or Honda. I just happen to know these people, and I have a great relationship with them, and a great relationship is everything. There is also a very similar passion at Indian, and it's why I like their brand so much. So when I was out on the trail, one thing that happened, I took along my GoPro, and I had a little pack, and in the pack I had the GoPro, I got some batteries, I had my red hydrogen camera, I had my wallet, a few accessories, and I only had one bungee cord. I asked the crew, they only had one bungee. I strapped it down, went through the loop. Somewhere out on the trail that thing came loose and was dangling. It was dangling on the exhaust, and on the exhaust it heated up and blew up the GoPro battery. So my bag fell off and melted. Thank God my wallet was okay. The red phone is okay. This is the melded part. Leave it to me to f something up. So I didn't get as much footage as I wanted because I was using the DJI action camera on my helmet, which only has one battery at this time. I have one on order, but I have several batteries for the GoPro and was going to use the GoPro when the battery in the DJI Osmo Action ran out, but I didn't get to do that. So I got limited footage of the amazing stuff that we were doing out there. In order to have the 1260, I have to sell my Africa Twin that's brand new. Doesn't even have 400 miles on it. What's that? Is it okay just to eat it like this? Mm-hmm. It looks like there's something in there.
No, that's where I pulled it off the branch.
If she was Eve, I'd eat the apple. So the big question is, stick with the Africa Twin or move to the 1260 Ducati? That is the big question. Well, I got offered one of the press bikes, fully kitted out, of the Ducati 1260. It's a hard thing to turn down, and I'm not going to turn it down. I'm going to offer up my Honda for sale, and I'm going to do the Ducati. It just suits me a little better. I think the Africa Twin is a fantastic bike. I've got nothing bad to say about it. I have nothing bad to say about the BMW. All these bikes are really good. It just depends on what suits you and what suits your riding style. And if things were different in a different world, maybe I'd choose a different bike. But right now, where I'm at right now in my life, I like that grin factor that I get from the Ducati 1260. We're gonna go have dinner right now, but we're getting ready to get on a ski lift to do it. So, you ready for this, guys? This is gonna be the trickiest part of the whole day right now.
All right, here you go, guys. Just take a seat.
Awesome. I have not done this before. I mean, I've been on a ski lift before, but when it was winter.
Yeah, this indeed is a first.
Yo guys, behind you. So, I don't know about you, but I think I could probably speak for you. I think it was pretty amazing, don't you?
Experience of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Now it's time to do it again.
I know, right? Look at this mofo. Yeah, man, get it!
Up!
Okay.
This is the restaurant. Whoa. That is my first day with these legs. That is the restaurant right there that we're eating at. This is you. How insane is this?
This is incredible.
Wow. You didn't half-ass this, did you?
No, you know, do a Ducati style, man. Where's the bikes? Come on.
Whoa.
They're riding them right now.
Riding right up here. Okay. That's how we get down.
Stay off the snow. Hazardous conditions exist.
You're stepping on snow, you're in hazardous conditions.
It's really an honor to be able to share this experience with you guys over the last couple days here. Not only because it was a vision of mine that after I experienced it from the course from Beppe a couple years ago, but to find a way to bring this to America and to be able to do this with a bit of a Western flair, if you will. A little wild west, that's for sure, but also adapting to the environment and taking the things that you got a chance to learn out into the real world and like really pushing. I saw people be challenged, and I remember from yesterday morning in the parking lot of like a cemetery parking lot of dead motorcycles. Asphalt. All the way to this afternoon when we're ripping down those roads, sliding sideways, and seeing people in confidence and in proper form.
And quite fast.
Yeah, I mean really fast and in control, which was really amazing.
Well, I don't know, I wasn't in control most of the time.
Now I give you a driver license. It's allowed only if you have this one to ride. And remember that from now, you are our ambassador. You are ambassador of the Multistrada Enduro and the DR Enduro. So you have the opportunity, if you hear somebody, they say, what do you do with this big bike? You can do nothing. You say, shut up, man. Go to the DR Enduro and listen, and you will discover another world. Okay? Thank you very much. Robin Yount.
Robin.
Hi, Robin. Yes, pleasure for me. It's John Chinook. Hi, Giovanni. That's compliment. This is the spirit, I think, also of the Enduro. Never become old. The brain is much important than the physique. Rikki Rockett.
Smile for the camera.
So we've known each other for years. It's the first time we got a chance to ride. Yeah, come to Utah to do this to ride.
I know. How long have we known each other? Like
10 years.
10 years at least, yeah.
You know, this bike is the bike that as long as you have the skills and now you have the foundation, you have some experience, you'll be able to take this to your four corners of wherever you're at in North America and be able to enjoy. So I do love the idea that you're our ambassadors for this bike now and for this experience. So take it back and let's have a good night. So cheers.
I'm going to take that bike on some adventures with legend tripping for sure. Till next time, take care of each other and be sure to keep rock alive. So that was a pretty intense little trail, wasn't it?
It was, and I tell you, if it wasn't for your leadership and your mentoring on that trail, I probably would have bit it.
No, get out of here.